Hey there, pretty ladies. This is Patty from Beauty by Patty. I'm ready to do my Beauty by Patty look of the day. And I have all my makeup out. I have all my brushes out. I'm going to be using different colors today. I'm going to start off with my concealer. I've already cleansed my face with my Illuminate facial cleanser. I use the one for clear skin because I have combination oily skin, and that helps keep everything balanced. I already used my Rosewater toner, refreshed, and I used my moisturizer, Divine Daily Moisturizer, and Glorious Face and Eye Primer. So that's already done so that we could save a little time. And right now I'm using Scarlet on my eyes. Today I put it even on my lids. Sometimes I do that just to even out the canvas, so to speak. Canvas being my face. Okay. I have some spots that I like to cover. When I am covering my circles under my eyes, I go lighter. You want to do something that has a neutral or a yellow undertone. I use Scarlet. That's the lightest shade that we have. You want to go about 2 shades lighter than your own skin tone when you're covering the circles. I have some sunspot right here that I'm covering, and I have a couple areas of redness and freckles. Right now, it's kind of nice. I don't have any blemishes going on yet right this second. Something I did this afternoon after I washed my face, I threw our new detoxifying mask on. I really like that. It really made my skin feel nice and smooth. It doesn't feel dried out or tight. It was easy to apply. I took one of my, I have a couple foundation brushes that I just kind of fell by the wayside, so it was easy for me to use one of the foundation brushes and apply the mask with that. That way I didn't get my hands in it. It's charcoal based, so it's black, and I didn't get that all over my hands, and it made it really nice and easy and simple to apply. So I suggest that. Okay, what I'm going to do next, in the summertime, I have been using our Beachfront Body Bronzer mixed with my Touch Liquid Foundation. For my foundation, it just gives me a little bit of color. This is the latest shade Sunset, so it's just going to look like I was out in the sun for a little bit today, which is funny because today we're having thunderstorms at my house, so it's just going to be, I'm just going to be faking it, and that's fine because it's healthier for me to use the body bronzer and look like I've been out in the sun than to actually be out in the sun, and I'm not getting any sun damage this way, so it's healthier for my skin. So I just took a drop of each of the foundation in Taffeta and the body bronzer in Sunset, and I'm just going to apply that for time's sake with my fingers today. Yes, with my fingers. You can do that. God gave you 10 of them. Nice to put them to use every once in a while. You can use, our blending buds are perfect for application. Our brushes are amazing for application. And then another acceptable form of application is just using your fingers. I do this a lot. And this is just going to give me a nice little sun-kissed, out in the sun look. medium coverage. Doesn't feel heavy on my skin or anything. It feels really nice. So this is another way that you can use your body bronzer. I love that these products are so innovative and interchangeable, and I can get lots of different uses out of them. And you know that you have the right shade foundation when it becomes invisible, when it blends down into your neck. Okay, you don't want to have a line of it being too light. You don't want to have a line of it being too dark. That's how you know you pick the right shade. If you have any questions about color matching, I love to help with that. In fact, I do a special service for anybody that asks me. I will do a beauty color analysis and skincare recommendations for you, absolutely free. And then you'll get a nice, huge, after we'll go back and forth with questions and a questionnaire and different things about your skin tone, and it's easy. And so I'll ask you quite a few questions. You'll send it back to me, and then I will go through absolutely every product that I have and recommend everything to you that will work with your skin type and skin tone, taking into consideration your eyebrow color, your eye color, and your hair color. Okay? And it's really fun, and it helps take the guesswork and the confusion out of all the products. So it just makes your wish list easier to compile. Anyhow, so I have my foundation on, I have my concealer on. I'm going to use bronzer today for my blush, and I'm using Hermosa, which is the medium shade. And I just want to do a circle here and then up my cheekbone. You don't want to go down any lower than the tip of your nose, and try and keep it centered on your pupil. You don't want to go over too far, and you don't want to go down too low. Okay? That's how you can figure out how to put your blush on, and just follow your cheekbone. And go in a nice circular motion, you don't want to do a stripe. Okay, and then you can just blend that in with your fingers, your blending buds, or a big puffy brush, like this. The next thing I'm going to do is let's do my eyebrows next, okay? I use medium. This is our Precision Eyebrow Pencil. Think about that. You always have a nice precision tip on one end, and you have, they call this a spoolie brush, on the other, that you go through and bring your brows up. You take your pencil, and if you have it out too far, you can bring it back down. So you adjust it to just the perfect length, you just need a little bit, and then you go in and just fill in the sparse areas and the inconsistencies of your brows. Your brow should start right at the corner of your eye. The highest point should be at the pupil, and then from the corner of your eye out to a 45-degree angle is where it should end. And if you're just starting out, you can actually use pencil and put the dots there, and you're just kind of connecting the dots. That's how easy it is. I don't want to make any of this difficult, because if it's difficult, you're not going to do it. If it's difficult, I wouldn't even do it. So how, Patty, do you get one eyebrow to look the same as the other? so I'm going to teach you something that I do. I do a section, and I go over to this side and do a section. And if you can see, I have one eyebrow that sits higher than the other. There's nothing I can do about it. I could do this all day, but that's just the way God always, he has a little sense of humor sometimes, and your face is not symmetrical from one side to the other. And I'm going to put the dots on for you, like I showed you to do if you're just starting out. It's an easy way to just connect the dots. So you know where your starting point should be, you know where your highest arch should be, and you know where your ending point should be. Okay, so I'm going to just start to blend this in short little strokes. Start to blend it in. You know what happens if you don't get it right? Wipe it off and start over. It does take a little practice. And your goal is to make your eyebrows look like sisters. They don't have to look like twins. They don't have to look exactly identical, but they have to look similar. Okay? Like sisters, not identical twins. I'm going to try and hold this mirror down. I have a magnifying mirror that I'm using right now to do my eyebrows. So if you just do the starting point first on both sides, it's a little bit easier to get them more identical. The other thing you can do if you have a problem with this is use eyebrow stencils. That helps. Then you move over to where the highest point should be. Fill in any area that you need to. Go over to your other brow and do the same. Fill into the highest part. If you need to, like I do, just bring the point up just a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit, and then you're going to bring the lines down to the ending point. And you just do it very short little strokes to mimic the hairs of your brows. Take your time. Okay? And then you go over and do the other side. If you're not happy with the outcome, wipe it off and do it again. Like I said, this takes a little practice until you get it right. And they don't look exactly perfectly identical, but you know what? I think they look pretty darn close, but I'm happy with it. So you have that much done. You have your brows penciled in. I'm going to put the cap back on this side to protect that point, and then I'm going to go in with my spoolie brush and lightly blend everything to give it a nice natural look. Then I'm going to take my brow gel in medium. This comes in 3 different shades, and it is designed with a small cone-shaped brush, lightly tinted gel with fibers in it, the same fibers that we use in our 3D lashes. And do you see how I'm going against the hairs? Excuse me, because I want to coat the hairs, and this is going to help them fill in and excuse me and keep everything in place. And then you'll do the same with the other eye. Very gently. A little bit of product goes a long way with every single product that you use from Unique. Don't overuse your products. I'm almost done here. Just wanted to add just a little bit more to this side. Balance them out a little bit. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. And this is going to help when you do your eye. The reason I did the eyebrows is because it's going to help for when you do your eyeshadow. I'm going to use different shades of the Splurge Cream Shadow today, and I'm going to use one of the pigments instead of using a palette. Okay, so the colors I picked are, this one is Defiant. It's a really cool shimmery coppery color. Neat with my, I have hazel eyes, so it looks neat with my eyes, and it looks neat with my dress that I have on today. I like to wear dresses in the summertime when I think of it. This is the Elegant. This is the light shade that's like a light golden color. That's the best way that I can think of to describe that one. And then I also chose Hopeful, which is the new one that you can get in the Defend Innocence collection. That's a nice shimmery neutral pink, believe it or not. And then Heartbroken is one of my favorite pigments of all time. And this is one of the loose mineral pigments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with I picked the colors and I haven't exactly decided where I'm going to put them on my lid. So this is a work in progress as I go through here. I'm just going to start off, and I'm just going to use my fingertips today and sweep this on my lid color, or on my lid. Sweep this color on my lid. And bring it the whole way up to underneath my brow. So I'm hopeful from my lashes to my brows. And all these colors can be found. You can get Hopeful in the collection, and it comes with a really gorgeous lip shade, and that's exclusive. Sitting Pretty. They're all gorgeous shades of neutral pink that any skin tone can use. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as like a neutral pink, and you know, and they took a lot of time to figure that out and formulate that and create that. So now I'm going to take Elegant, which has a nice shimmer to it. I'm going to put that in the center of my lid. And I'm going with just a nice light look today, nothing heavy. And I'm going to put this right in the center of my lid, and this has a lot of shimmer to it. The light's going to catch it. And the thing I love about our shimmers is I don't care what age you are, you can wear them. But the light's going to catch that, and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous when the light hits your eyes. Your eyes are just going to pop. And you're going to love it. So then I'm going to go in with Defiant, this color. You can see that. I'm just going to use that and do like a, it's called I'm cutting a crease, so they call it a cut crease. And I do this because of how my eyebrows, not my eyebrows, but my eyelids are. So what you want to do is keep the outer edge here at a 45-degree angle, and you want the line to come either across or up a little bit. You don't want it to come down and droop your eyes down, because it's going to make it look like your eyes are droopy. And to tell you the truth, my eyes can look droopy without makeup, so I don't need to enhance that. This is a really pretty color. And these cream shadows go on nice and smooth. They're not going to cake. They're not going to move. Once they're set, they're going to be there until you decide to take them off. And they just have a really nice light shimmer to them. They kind of glide on your eyes just like butter. I know that sounds like a cliche, but that's how it is. That's how they go on. Very pretty. Gorgeous colors. They're coming out with some new ones this fall. All the ones that they have right now are shimmers, and they are going to be releasing new shades, matte colors, which are going to be absolutely gorgeous. They're going to release them the same way they did the other ones. They probably will have a few to start, and then after that, one a month until all the new ones are released. Now I'm going to go in with my brush to do the crease, and I'm going to use Heartbroken. And when you use the loose powders, you just shake a little bit out into the lid and use the lid, and you just push some right onto your brush and then knock off the excess. Okay, and I'm using the angled brush from my sponge applicator angled brush from Unique. I'm just going to go right into the crease with this. This is a really pretty shade. And I'm just going to put, like I said, you just push it into your brush, knock off a little bit excess. I'm going to put this in the outer corner of my eye, right up against where I put the Elegant Cream Shadow. And this is going to blend in nice with the Defiant copper color. Doesn't that look pretty? I really like that combination. Like I said, I pulled these colors, not really sure how I was going to use them, and I'm really happy with how things are turning out. That's another thing I like about all these colors, that they just kind of marry into each other. And it's really fun just to play around. If you're not sure what colors go with what, that's another, I just love makeup. So that's another thing, you know, if you can always contact me and say, hey, I have these colors, I'm not really sure what to do with them. Just let me know. I will be happy to give you suggestions. That's what I'm here for. Then I have this size, I call it puffy brush, and that just helps to blend the colors that I just did. And I always like to take a shade that I used and bring it down under my eye. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use Heartbroken. And I have a little detail brush that I use for that, just for this. Or if you have a liner brush, which Unique makes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do right under my lower lashes with Heartbroken. And then I'm going to bring that up. See how I'm bringing that line up? So what I did is I took it at my lower lashes and just bring it up, keeping it in line with that 45-degree line. Sorry. My allergies have been getting the best of me today, and I think that's what's happening right now, and why I'm coughing. So if you have this line that you made, and you have some makeup or something, eyeshadow that came out farther than that line, take a little bit of your liquid concealer in Scarlet or whatever color is close to your natural skin tone, and just clean that up a little bit. And that's how you take care of that. Okay? And I'll show you that in a second. Let me go ahead. You might have extra powder, and you just carefully dump that back in to your container and put your lid back on. And just kind of knock everything back down into the container. Okay? So I'm going to take just a little bit of the Scarlet. I have a concealer brush that I use for this. You could use a liner brush, a detail brush, whatever. And I put just a little bit on the back of my hand, and this is what we're going to do. Just to clean that up a little bit. So you put that line in there, and then you just blend that in. And that's what I'm going to do next, is just blend that in. See how easy that is? Make sure that you blend that. You don't want to have just a line of concealer there. You want to blend that in. There you go. Fixed. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Sculpting Trio. I use the light color, the light Sculpting Trio, and I use my specifically designed brush for this, and I'm going to do a little bit of contouring, starting here on my brow, my brow bone, my cheekbone. Sorry, my cheekbone. And do the same on this side. Like I said, you want to get it the same, so if you want to go halfway down, and using the same idea that I did for my brows, and just do halfway, and then go back over to this side and do halfway, so you get them the same. That's what you do. Okay, and I want to do the sides of my nose. Do some contouring. I love this Sculpting Trio. It has made highlighting and contouring a breeze, especially with the brush they developed to go along with this. It's really awesome. I got a new catalog when I was at convention, and so I have inside scoop on some of the new collections that are coming out. You're gonna love them. All I have to say about that right now. little contouring here. When you're doing contouring, the whole idea of this is to give yourself what's considered the perfect shape base is oval. Okay, so if you don't have an oval face, then what you want to do is create the illusion of an oval shaped base. I don't have an oval shaped base anymore. Used to, not anymore. I went from oval to round. So you take the darkest shades and you just put it in so that you are creating that nice oval. Anywhere you need it to create the oval. Okay? With shadows. See, I'm getting those jowls. Thanks, Grandma. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for my jowls. Bye-bye, jowls. Bye. See ya. And then you just blend. And then you're like, okay, so now I did that part. What about this highlighter? What's all about this highlighting stuff? Let me show you. So you want to do your nose. You want to do here. Some people even like to do this part. And that's fine. You know what's really cool? You have a little cheat sheet when you get the Sculpting Trio. It shows you exactly where to put all 3 shades. Like I said, they just took the guesswork right out of it. They made it so simple. There's no more mystery when it comes to doing the highlighting and contouring. It's gone. And there. And there. And here. And here. It just gives it a nice finished look. Then they have a highlighting color, and that can go right here. I'll blend that in. Start there, so I can blend it in. And right the outside edge of your brow, you can put a little dot and bring it down around like this. So you have some here too. Okay, and that is the Sculpting Trio. It's fun for me to do these looks because then I get to show you a lot of different products all at one time. That's the Sculpting Trio. Now what I need to do is the liner. I have a couple different colors I'm going to use. I started using Polished on my waterline. Really like the effect of that. I like this effect more than using white. It opens up my eye. Polished has a shimmer to it, so the light hits it. It's not pure white color. And then I like to do just a little dot right here and here. And you blend that. And then right here, right here where your pupil would be. So I'm going to go in with, let's see, what color did I choose? Liquid Liner in Precarious. Okay. And I'll give a little flick at the outside edge and bring it down. And I give a little flick up at the outside edge and bring it down. And then just kind of fill that in a little bit. You don't like the wing that you put on? You can use your liquid concealer to touch it up, or you can wipe it off and start all over again. And I'm just going to do a little bit on the outside corner. And a little bit here on the outside corner. Okay. I like to tightline with proper. Sometimes I'll tightline with perfect, but I like proper. It's the dark brown. Tightlining is lifting up your upper lashes and putting the liner right where your lid and lashes meet. And it gives a nice finished look, and it makes your lashes look fuller, and it covers up the space in between your your lashes and your lid. You can do this tightlining before or after you line the rest of your eye, it doesn't matter. But I would suggest, if you have time, to go ahead and try it, see the difference. Once you get used to doing it, it's not going to take that much longer to do this. It's just really going to make a difference with your eyes, just looking very dramatic. You get 20 seconds to make a first impression. And the other saying that I like is, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So make those 1,000 words count, ladies. Okay? The last thing well, not the last thing. I'm going to use I'm going to do my lips next. I thought I was done, and I decided that I'm not, because I'm going to do my lips and I'm going to do my lashes last. We have a new product coming out that's called Splash. And when I was at convention, everybody got this shade. This is a liquid lipstick. It goes on nice and smooth as a liquid and dries to a matte finish. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you a lip pencil. I'm going to show you a neat little technique to use with this. Line your lips. I'm using Posh. and I'm using my magnifying mirror. I would suggest not talking when you do your lip lining, because I'm really making one big old hot mess trying to talk. So I'm going to be quiet and finish this. Okay, so I line my lips. Then I'm going to go in and do this. Fill in the outer corners. Okay, see that? Then you're gonna blend it. Before it sets up too much. Then you're going to put any lipstick on that you want, and I'm using our new liquid lipstick. Okay, one last thing. Go back and get your Hopeful. What was I saying, hopeless? My mind is hopeless today. Hopeful Cream Shadow. And put it right here in the middle. And you got yourself one heck of an ombre look that looks very subtle and very gorgeous. Lips are done. Last thing to do is my lashes. Let's curl them today. I'm doing it all today. That's why it's taken so long for me to explain everything. I'm doing it all, pulling out all the stops. Curl up those lashes. Brush through, not brush, comb through them and separate them. You have your tubes open. Put your gel on first. Clean off any excess. It's bound to happen. This is a great naturally based mascara product. Never used anything like it before. Love it. And I've used probably every mascara you can think of. Close to it. I've never used anything like this before. This is one of my all-time favorite products. Then, while your gel's still wet, you're going to just lightly touch your lashes with the fibers, because you're putting nice light thin coat. Because with all of Younique's products, you don't need to overuse them. You don't need to use a lot to get the desired effect. And if you need a more dramatic look, then you just go through these steps again, and you will look like you just put on gorgeous false eyelashes or extensions. or that you have the most amazing natural lashes ever.
Hello.
Oh, my two sons are home from work. So what I'm doing now is I'm sealing in the fibers. I can hear them shushing each other. That's so nice of them. They're such good boys. They're not boys anymore, they're young men. They're such good young men. I am blessed. I like this look. I think it looks very pretty. I'm happy with the shades that I chose for my eyes. I'm happy with the bronzer that I used on my cheeks. I'm very excited about the look that I got with my lip products. I feel amazing. And I'm hoping I'm giving you some tips and tricks so that you can take away some of these techniques that I use so that you will feel just as amazing, because you're beautiful, smart, and important. You need to remember that. I'm going to put a little bit of the gel mascara tube, the larger tube. I'm going to put a coat of that on my bottom lashes today. I haven't done that for a few days. And then I'm done for my look for today. Like I said, I pulled out all the stops today. And I didn't do a quick look today. I did a fun look today. You can pick and choose which of these products are going to work for you. Which one of these techniques are going to work for you. And just remember, it takes longer to explain how to do this than to actually put it on. If I was doing this without explaining everything, I would have been done in 10 minutes. Seriously. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me. Bye-bye.